Good morning. Welcome, everybody. My name is Sean Bellamere. I'm the training manager here at CAD-CAM Consulting. So what I'm not going to do is talk about training. Welcome on the World Wide Web, everybody that's watching in. Quick question for you, and please be honest. How many of you guys have used another CAD-CAM system other than Mastercam? I have. Okay. I feel like some of you guys are lying by not raising your hands, but whatever. Point is that most of them are about 90% the same, aren't they? Okay, so what makes Mastercam different, or what are we striving for to make ours better, so to speak? Because in the end, all we're trying to do is put a part in our hand. And so what I'm going to talk to you about today is, and kind of finally diving into the new Mastercam software in 2026, is some of the workflow items. And you know, that's been a big subject over the past few years, is getting less mouse clicks to get to where you want to go. So I'm going to show you a couple of things. I've got a little PowerPoint here as well, and then I'm also going to dive into Mastercam and actually discuss a way to create tools in Mastercam now as well. So and don't panic, it's like nothing, oh my God, I've never seen this before, earth-shattering, but it's a way to get you through the menus with less mouse clicks, and that's a good thing. So first off is the machine group setup. The workflow is easier, and it's not a huge change. Again, if you're currently using 25 or 24 or something like that, you're not going to look at 26 and go, I don't even know where to begin. All it pretty much is, as you can see here, is they've taken in your machine group settings and they finally added all the stuff. Okay, 25 and previous, there were 3 things. Now you have all 6, including the tool settings, which I'm going to get into in a minute. Another way to access your tool manager and you know, develop tools and things like that a little bit easier. So again, it's not a big thing, but it's one of those things where you'll find yourself doing less mouse clicks to get to the same spot. Now, in tool creation, one of the things they did is they kind of made this more like ladder style, tree style menu, which is a lot easier to use. And so in just a moment, I'm going to go out into Mastercam and show how to create that. But you know, keep in mind, and this is something that I want to drive home to all you. Hopefully, you all use your tool libraries, save your tools. You know, if you've had me in class before, you know my feelings on tool libraries. I never understand why people insert the same tools, the same speeds and feeds, all the stuff, and then don't save them. Use your tool libraries. You can use it the way you did the first day you used Mastercam 20 years ago, or you can use some of the new stuff. But the nice thing is that it's all found in the same umbrella and in the same tool manager. So let me jump out into Mastercam here. Whoops. I knew I'd screw that up. And I'll just grab a milling machine. I'll attempt to grab a milling machine. So, as I mentioned a minute ago, you can grab your machine group properties here, of course. You always still have your tool manager. If you'd like to, from a job-to-job standpoint, go through the tool settings tab, you can also access it here. Again, it's just less mouse clicks. Well, from the tool manager, and I actually had a saved tool manager here. Give me just a second. For those of you that have been in my training classes, remember I name them junk so we don't use them in real life. Okay, so ultimately this is what we could end up having. I did a bunch of different iterations of this, so you can see I have multiple copies. Now, if I want to create an assembly from scratch, I have tools, I have holders, I need the two together, talking milling now, that creates an assembly. Well, what we've always had, we've had the ability to create a tool assembly. You can start with the assembly, tool number, etc. But remember, the assembly is the combination of tool and holder. Okay, and I think people tend to get lost on, you know, which is which. If I'm building the assembly, we're tying the two together. So I'll jump into the assembly tree here. We can add a holder, you can create holders, you can import holders, you can use Mastercam. Sky's kind of the limit here. And if I right click, I'll just import from library. Of course, it found mine again, so let me, let's see, users. I did not anticipate it changing the path here. Give me just a second. Where are we at here? Users, public, documents, 2026, and mill tools. There we go. Look at that. been doing this too long. I can almost do that in my sleep. Okay, so I pick one of Mastercam's default holders. There it is. You can make changes to it. You can change its name. You know, once again, sky's the limit. Now, when you add a tool, I'll just grab one of mine. Okay, oops, wrong size tool. Don't do that. Good news is I can delete and add a new one. Let's see. Close enough. Okay, the good news is that within this assembly, I still have full control over tool edits, holder edits. A lot of people think that once I have this assembly built, it's done. I have to do a new one if I want to make edits, and that is absolutely not the case. In this tool assembly tree, I can right-click and I can edit just the tool individually. So what they've changed and made better, kind of like the machine group properties, is you can work with the different tree style buttons here. Tool number, what type of tool? Of course, all your logistic stuff, cutting diameter, flute length, tip treatment, which again is basically what type of tool is it, and of course your speeds and feeds, all the other savable items, coolant, etc. You can use your next button to toggle through these items. Hit OK, hit OK. I have this all set and ready to go. Okay, once you have taken those, and just to kind of speed the process up, I'll add a couple that I have previously messed with here. Then if you'd like to save these items to a library, it's no different than it's always been. I can right-click and just save them to library and you're done. Okay, so I really like this because, again, with less mouse clicks, number one, in the classroom, I have to teach you less things. Okay, we get through the day faster. But I also have the root menus that I've always had. Okay, if you're used to using the tool managers, great, because this is still the same old manager it's always been, but with user-friendly items inside of it to kind of help work things along and get your assemblies saved. And don't forget, guys, if you have assemblies and tool libraries from older versions, they're very easily updatable. That's one of the things that I think a lot of people don't realize is that a few mouse clicks and your assemblies are moved into the new software. So you don't have to start over. If you ever have questions on how to do that, you can reach out to myself or one of the other tech support staff. We can get that done for you. Lastly, and this is a quick one, but you may have noticed in Mastercam 2026, this little guy right here. And I cannot tell you, one of those things when we at CAD-CAM first got like the preview versions of Mastercam, we looked at that and went, okay, it's the same thing, just not down here anymore. Use the hell out of this, gang. This is one of those things to where basically anything having to do with planes, 2D, 3D, is right here in front of you. And I got to tell you, especially as I'm getting older, now I'm using reader glasses, which I hate to admit, having something right in my face is a nice thing to have. Okay, so you can access your planes right through here. You can change your graphics view, your coordinate system, construction tool planes. You can even switch between 2 and 3D. And the other thing that's cool is you can even create a plane from right here too. Okay, you don't even have to dive into the manager to do any of that. So that's one of those things, again, just kind of a small, minute change, but it's less mouse clicks and it's right in your face. Okay, so there's some of your workflow stuff. I've talked enough, and time to move on to the next victim.